Hey, and welcome back to another vlog. So today I'm going to take you on a little bit of a campus tour to give you an idea of like the main building and where I take some of my classes, and I'm also going to be talking a little bit about my classes as well. So back there, all of those buildings are the residence hall, and I'll give you another tour of that soon, but for now we're going to be heading over to the to the main building of the campus where all of the classes are held. So as we walk over here, I'll talk a little bit about the classes that I'm taking and kind of my thoughts on them. So I'm only taking 15 credits, I think, because there is a cap for the NSE program so that you have enough time and enough spare places to go to explore the area and the campus that you're on, to have that cultural part of the exchange as well. But my classes right now, I'm really taking just a ton of gen eds for the moment, which is great and all because I did select a school that doesn't actually have my major, which I know is probably not great. They did have an art major available, but because it's only an exchange for a little bit of time, I decided that I was just going to take my gen eds here and a couple art courses so that I stay perfectly on track, and then when I go back I will continue to be an art education major. However, I don't think that I would really suggest that to a lot of students, especially if you're going to do the full year exchange like I'm doing. If you're doing a semester, it's really no problem whatsoever because you're going to take these classes anyways at your home campus. But if you're doing a full year, I would definitely suggest that you go to a campus that has your major. The only reason being the classes are great and all, learning lots and I love them, but they're classes that I don't necessarily have a huge passion for. I mean, love all the courses and love learning and everything. However, I feel a little bit drained sometimes because I'm going to classes that I don't like care about in the best way. I don't know how to make that sound any better. So I would definitely say if you're gonna go to an exchange program, try and get some classes that you really care about so that you're really excited to get up and go to school every day. But yeah, without further ado, I am now at the main building, and it's this just incredibly beautiful layout. It's also super random how they designed it, but I love it. So there are ponds around the campus, and there are also trees, and that one's a mango tree, and at the beginning of the semester when we first moved here, there were lots of mangoes on the ground and stuff, so my roommate and I would eat them all the time. There's another pond right there. You can see this gorgeous sunset, but now we go to the main part up here, and you got all of your offices and everything, so where you pay, and if you have any questions about financial aid or business or stuff like that, it's over there. All of your mail will be delivered in this back room over here. Here's another little pond. Also, sorry it's a little dark. I decided to do this at night when there wasn't a whole bunch of people around. But yeah, you come to this really nice like opening in the middle of the campus, and all the classrooms just kind of wrap around this little courtyard area, which I think is super cool. And you have all these different like rock thingies with little ponds and things that go around, which I think is just beautiful. Also the most random layout, because there are a whole bunch of just like hallways and stuff that have dead ends. Like this is to one classroom and then a complete dead end, and then you have to like walk all the way down in a spiral, but you get this extremely beautiful view from the top. This is from like one of the top little like I don't even know what to call this area things, but you can look all the way down. The library is down under there. That's actually my only in-person class, and it's my English class because all my other ones are online right now. But you got a whole bunch of lecture halls, some offices, areas to just like work and hang out, and a beautiful, beautiful view of the mountains. Top of the other side, that's where I just was. Over there, there's the courtyard, and then right down there is my English classroom, and then here is a field and some farmland that the university owns as well, but that's for their ag program, so I don't really know a whole bunch about that. But anyways, to talk a little bit more about courses and stuff that I'm involved with here, again, like I said, totally doable if you go somewhere that doesn't have your major, because again, you're gonna have to take the gen eds anyways, and it's super cool to learn about. And a lot of the gen eds that I took, I made sure to make them super specific to the area, if that makes sense. So like I have to take history classes and humanities classes and stuff like that anyways back home, but now I'm taking like Caribbean history of this time, or humanities focused on Caribbean writers and stuff like that. So when I chose my classes and I was choosing gen eds, I really didn't want them to just be super broad and whatever. I wanted them to be specific about the area that I was going to be living in, so that I could learn a little bit more about the culture while still checking them off my list. So I would definitely suggest that taking any and every courses that you can find that are specific to the area that you're going to be studying in, just because it's going to make you have a better time and learn a little bit more about where you are, the culture and the people and stuff like that, which I think is super interesting. But it's also kind of weird right now because of COVID and everything, classes online versus classes in person, and kind of the balance between those two, because I know a couple of my friends are like completely online, which is great and all, but it's also kind of sad because, you know, you come to a different university and then you don't even get a single in-person class. But yeah, no, my English class is in person, and then I have two educational classes fully online. We don't even meet on Zoom. And then I have an art class that meets on Zoom and a humanities class that meets on Zoom as well. And they've all been super great. Learned a lot. I don't know, I really like it, and there's some pretty cool courses, but definitely look into what you need and then how you can check that off while also focusing on the area you're in, if that makes any sense. We've gotten a tour of the main campus building and some of the stuff in it. I didn't go into any of the classrooms because you're technically not allowed if you're not a part of that class because of COVID and everything. I'll try and peek in. Oh, here's the upper level of the library. If you can, oh, you can't even see in those windows. That's the upper level. There's a lower level as well. But now I'm gonna go to the back fields where we have some basketball courts and tennis courts and a football, as in soccer, field. But we actually don't have any sports at this school, or like sport groups and teams, because that's on the other campus, so the St. Thomas campus. But yeah, here's the library, just the lower level that has the computer labs and the printers and everything in there, and some offices with some of our amazing professors working. Yeah, so I'll take you to the sports fields next, and then we'll also stop by the cafeteria really quickly, and then finally the residence hall, so you can kind of see where you live and what the setup is if you want to come to this university. So as we get to the cafeteria over here, again, we're just walking down this like main stretch that goes from the residence hall to the main campus building back there. But the cafeteria food's been pretty good so far. We have a lot of stew every single day. It's stewed chicken or stewed beef or stewed fish or stewed goat or stewed bull's foot, which was today, which honestly it tastes pretty good, but I'm not gonna lie, it does get a little repetitive, but for the most part it's pretty good. Then we also have a snack bar now, which is like hamburgers, veggie burgers, grilled cheese, french fries, stuff like that, which you can like opt to get instead of like the main cafeteria food if you want, and those taste really good. But I'm not gonna lie, I've had far too many burgers and fries in the last month. But yeah, so over here is the cafeteria, and we'll go in there really soon. But right next to the cafeteria is a little like hangout lounge and stuff where you can play ping pong and pool and I don't know, just chill with people. So that's pretty cool. Like the back parking lot behind the cafeteria, which is right there. I also totally forgot to mention that there is a gym in there where everyone goes to work out, but I'm not gonna lie, I would rather go to the beach and swim, do some laps out there. That's my preferred workout. But up here to my right, on top of that hill, that's where the nurses' office is and like the nursing classes and everything. I just got a COVID test today up there because we have to get tested bi-weekly, I think. But yeah, so that, I mean, unless you're a nursing student, which they have a really good nursing program down here, you're not really gonna be on this side of campus really at all. But here is the basketball courts and the tennis courts right there, and then behind it is the soccer field as well, and there's a couple people down there. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, no one really comes out here because they're locked up most of the time, unless you go to find campus security to unlock them for you, which is kind of just annoying if you just want to go and play. But sitting out on the football field out there, that is like my favorite place to be on campus, especially to watch the sunsets. The only thing is that there is a ton of mosquitoes out there, so they eat you alive, but honestly, just bring some spray and you'll get over it. But the sunsets are amazing from right back there. You just get to see all the mountains and everything, and it's really pretty. But so yeah, that's the fields down there, and now we're gonna go back to the other side of campus, where we're gonna go look at the residence halls and where we actually stay. Came down the hill from where the nurse's office is up there, and I don't know if you can hear it on the vlog, but you can hear a whole bunch of these like birds, and I think they're frogs, and they make the coolest noises and stuff. But here's our residence hall, right where you walk in. They already have a Christmas tree up, which I love, and you have to buzz in. And then you buzz in again, and here we are at the actual dorm rooms where everyone stays. Over here is like the residence hall, Miss Golfin's office, and then a conference room as well. But you come down these steps, and here is the residence halls. And here's the laundry room as well. And so girls are on this side and guys are on this side. But so we live in a suite style where you walk into like the living area, and I'll show you this in a second. But you walk into the living area, which you share with 6 other people, and then you have your separate room with your roommate. So this over here is my suite. So this is my block over here, but then my suite that I share with my suite mates is here, JJ 101. And here's my roommate Karen and one of my suite mates Madison. This is for the NSE vlog. And here's our fridge and our little living room. This is also Madison's art up here, which is super cool. And then there are 3 separate rooms, so each person has a roommate. So this is my room that I share with my roommate Karen, and then 2 more sets of our suite mates, and then you have our bathroom with 2 showers and 2 toilets, and then we come in to your own room. Also, please don't mind how messy my side is. But yeah, so you get one whole side, and it's actually super big, especially compared to my old university and some of the dorm rooms that I've seen back home. The only thing is it gets super duper toasty because there is no AC, which honestly, once you get past that first week and everything, then you're totally good. But that first week, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty rough. So Karen and I invested in a fan, but they also have a fan up here, so honestly it's super doable, and now I don't really notice at all. But definitely that first week I was like, whoo, it is hot and it is humid. But yeah, other than that, super sweet residence hall. I love it. So that is the end of our very short campus tour. I hope I kind of gave you guys an idea of what life is like here, kind of where I go and who I see and stuff like that. But if you guys have any questions at all or any comments or anything, just like please let me know and I'll try my best to answer them, or give another video that has a bit more detail in it, because it was a pretty quick tour of the whole campus and everything. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.